Could war, a calamity of our own making, serve as a stark reminder of the consequences of our fall from grace and the pervasive influence of sin in our world? The Old Testament is replete with accounts of various battles, each a testament to the eternal struggle between good and evil forces, both in the physical and spiritual realms. Diving into Isaiah 36, we find ourselves in the midst of a psychological war, a precursor to a grander conflict. The stage is set in the 14th year of King Hezekiah's reign. The Assyrian king Sennacherib, after decimating the northern kingdom of Israel, marches his victorious army towards Jerusalem. Hezekiah, in a desperate attempt, pleads for peace with the Assyrian king. However, Sennacherib is relentless. He dispatches his commander Rabshakeh, leading an army of 185,000 to lay siege to Jerusalem. As a counter-move, Hezekiah sends his ministers to negotiate. This negotiation sets the stage for a thrilling psychological warfare. The Assyrians are masters of this game, embodying the maxim, "Subdue the enemy without fighting." They employ deception, rumors, and threats to demoralize the enemy while boosting their own morale, thereby influencing the course and outcome of the war. Rabshakeh, representing the Assyrians, is a virtuoso in this psychological warfare. He uses multiple perspectives to distort the people's perception, crush their will, and shake their faith, all with the aim of breaking the people's spirit. Beginning with verses 4 and 5, his first move is a smoke and mirrors tactic. He uses boastful language to create the illusion that the Israelites, lacking strategy and inferior in strength, have no chance of victory against his forces. Next, in verses 6 to 8, he employs the divide and rule strategy. He first sows discord by suggesting that Egypt, the ally of Israel, is too weak to assist. Then, by criticizing Hezekiah's religious reforms, he attempts to create a rift between the king and his people. He caps it off by mocking the insufficient military strength of the Israelites. His third tactic, as recorded in verse 10, is to forge a divine mandate. He claims that their invasion and destruction of the land is the will of the Lord, thereby cloaking their aggressive war in a veil of righteousness. His final move is intimidation and temptation. As stated in verses 16 and 17, he promises peace and prosperity, along with various benefits, to entice the people of God to surrender. However, we don't delve into the book of Isaiah to merely relish interesting Old Testament stories or to discuss psychological warfare tactics. The goal is to extract beneficial elements for our faith, especially in this era of information explosion. Various heretical views, devilish remarks, and erroneous values on life and the world constantly besiege us, just like the Assyrian army. These views attempt to manipulate us through instigation, distortion, belittlement, intimidation, discord, and temptation, often leaving us defenseless. In such difficult circumstances, many believers, when confronted with real-life problems and difficulties, are confused, clueless, and fearful, much like the Israelites of that time. So where do we go from here? Verse 21 gives us a hint. But the people remained silent and did not answer a word, for the king had commanded, "Do not answer him." Yes, the answer lies in returning to God and seeking His will. A perfect answer can be found in Psalm 46. "Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. He will take charge and deal with his enemies." In summary, this psychological warfare between King Hezekiah and King Sennacherib, as depicted in Isaiah 36, serves as a mirror to our modern-day struggles with various heretical views and erroneous values. The key takeaway is to remain silent, return to God, and seek His will in times of trouble.